The issue is near and dear to our hearts here at WXYZ. Joining us tonight to talk more about the Give a Child a Book donation event is Lynn Lavoda, Strategic Partnerships Manager for Scholastic's Book Fair. And good evening to you, Lynn. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So you have been a partner of ours for this donation event and played quite a role in making it a reality. Talk to us about the Give a Child a Book campaign and how you've seen it grow here in Metro Detroit.
Well, first of all, the campaign is amazing in partnerships with the Scripps Howard Foundation and all the employees at Channel 7 and 20 that have really stepped up to make sure kids in the Metro Detroit area and the surrounding areas have fresh new books access at home. It has grown substantially over the years, from helping over 1,400 early learning kids to 7 schools last year, over 3,500 children, picking out books that they can't wait to read and own for themselves. And on the back end, supporting schools to get those necessary needed resources that the schools need as well. So you not only see kids choosing books that they're so excited to own, like Dog Man and all sorts of different books, but also the fact that they get to own these books forever and they get to share them with their siblings and their friends and create book clubs and just really, really understand the value of reading at home, which is phenomenal. Just phenomenal.
Absolutely. And I know you've seen the impact that those donations can have on families. Donors don't often get to see that part of it. So what does that impact look like?
So imagine a child picking out books and hugging them to their chest, and as they're checking out, they get to ask the question if they're actually theirs to keep. Or fourth graders asking to stay in from recess so they can read because they've really never been able to choose their own books that they get to own forever. Or imagine a little face laying on the floor in a gymnasium, opening a picture book and sharing it with their friends. These are all moments that many of us have never had the opportunity to see, but these donations make that possible for so many kiddos that just the ability to own books is just not in their purview. They just don't have the means. And when we create that access and choice for book ownership, it truly impacts an invaluable opportunity for these kids. It helps them practice reading at home, which they may not have the ability to do currently. So thank you for everybody that chooses to be partnering on this. It's incredible, an incredible campaign.
And what people might be surprised to know is that there are children out there who don't have access to books. So talk about the extent to which that access makes a difference to a child's future many years into the future.
I think the best way I can help people to understand is, in order to practice anything, you need the right tools. So if you're going to play football, you need a football and a helmet. And if you have to play basketball, you need a basketball and some place to shoot the basketball. For reading, it's the same concept. In order to practice reading, you need access to those books. And especially last year when schools were virtual, the access to books was so limited. So our kiddos who didn't have books at home or limited access to books, really had less of an opportunity to continue to practice, especially with new stories. And remember, kids choose books that speak to them. So especially in our world that we're looking at today, those diverse cultures of mirrors and windows and books, of stepping outside yourself and going and learning a story or learning another story or seeing yourself in a story, that impact for children reading is incomprehensible and just truly opens up doors and windows for kids to see others in books and to see themselves in books. And that ability to have that access to stories at home just really transforms their educational trajectory as well as their understanding of the world they live in.
Yeah, we know that being a better reader means you're a better speaker, a better writer, a better thinker, all of it. The final question I have for you is, how can people get involved?
So you can follow the prompts to text and get online, and literally $5 gets a book to a child who most likely doesn't have the ability to get their own. And I know that through all the employee donations, the viewer donations, the Scripps Howard partnerships, being involved in your schools, making sure kids have access to books is one of the most crucial things we can do. And walking into the full year 2022, when kids are back in the buildings, and able to have access to books, but own those books themselves, you're making an unbelievable emotional connection for every child you're doing that for. And I appreciate all your work around it. Thank you.
With Scholastic Book Fairs, thank you so much for joining us and talking about this important initiative. We're honored to have a partnership with you.
Well, we as well. And thank you to everybody who's committing to this cause and campaign. Have a great night.
Thank you.